Welcome back to our 100% playthrough of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. In the last episode, we spoke with Kodlak, got our initiation test, and officially joined the Companions Guild. Now, at our room down in the living quarters that we are given, we were immediately given a mission, and let's find it really quick. Here it is. Hired muscle to intimidate Mikael in Whiterun. And it says we need to rough him up to remind him of his obligations. So let's start out on this. Ideally, our goal for this episode is just to casually work our way through some of the companion quests, as there can be quite a few of these as we work our way up the ranks, and they are made considerably harder on survival mode. But since we're playing on standard Skyrim and can fast travel around, this becomes much less tedious. And we get to better understand the companion guild as well as how they were formed as we go. So, grab yourself a snack, and here we go. Making sure this is the only mission we have active right now, so we don't get multiple waypoints. And here we go. I have no idea what's equipped anymore, so let's again grab our Imperial Bow, and then switch it out for our magic. In this case, Frostbite and Sparks, to wreak havoc on the enemy. It looks like we are in the Bannered Mare.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Okay, it's the Bard again. A lot of people are having problems with this Bard.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikael gets them, they're got.
Are you sure about that? I've been sent to resolve a dispute.
You can't scare me into submission. Let's go. You're as good as dead.
Alright, luckily they automatically give you the fists.
Who taught you to fight?
The biggest thing is don't just get in a standing slug match with them.
This should be good.
That's your best, huh?
Using evasive maneuvers when he uses those charge attacks.
Gods. No.
And keep in mind, we have this on expert difficulty, so may adjust
That's
some of the damage we take and deal. But it helped increase our light armor. There we go.
You're tougher than you look. You got me fair and square.
You leave Carla alone or this gets worse.
You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
Well, this is now the second time he's gone after her. At some point there should be a restraining order or something, you would imagine.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fire?
So from this point, let's head back to Farkas, who gave us the mission.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path to run.
And once inside, he's usually in the mess hall area, around the table, or
Skewer says
right in your
that I have
face.
Some people don't think I'm smart. Those people get my fist, but you, I like.
Hey, some are brains over brawn, some are brawn over brains. Neither one is right or wrong, just two different ways of living. I took care of the problem in Whiterun.
You seem to have a knack for this kind of thing. I'll make sure people in charge know.
Thanks, Farkas. I'm looking for work.
Skjor was looking for you earlier.
What does he want?
Don't know. He just said he needed to talk to you before you do anything else. I don't like making him angry, but there is some work for you if you want it.
Okay, so, proving honor. Skjor always makes me a little bit nervous when dealing with him, as he was very untrusting from the beginning. But let's see what he wants. Maybe he's just slow to warm up to.
There you are.
You wanted to see me?
I did. Your time, it seems, has come.
What do you mean?
Last week, a scholar came to us. He said he knew where we could find another fragment of Wuthrad. He seemed a fool to me, but if he's right, the honor of the Companions demand that we seek it out.
What does this have to do with me?
This is a simple errand, but the time is right for it to be your trial. Carry yourself with honor, and you'll become a true companion. Farkas will be your shield sibling on this venture, whelp. He'll answer any questions you have. Try not to disappoint, or to get him killed.
So it's a good thing we actually started with a mission from Farkas, as just a way to reinforce who it was we would be pairing up with. So let's go ahead and tell our
I'm right behind you.
Faendal to wait here, since we're going to get a new companion. Although I think it's going to send Faendal back to Riverrun regardless when we do this. Let's see what happens. Hey, buddy, old pal.
I hope you've readied yourself.
You're going to be my shield brother?
So I'm told. Let's see if you impress.
I hope so. Yep, your companion replaces your follower. Alright. So our mission is to retrieve the fragment. What is Wuthrad?
Ysgramor was the hero who started the Companions. Wuthrad was his weapon. He came from the ancient homeland and killed all the elves. But not all of them, because some of them are still here.
So, a weapon to kill the elves? I'll meet you at Dustman's Cairn.
Don't delay, shield brother.
I was the newest companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Just means I can show you the ropes.
Okay, Rhea, we haven't spoke to you yet.
Oh, hey there. I killed a bear yesterday. Did you kill anything?
Nice, but are we hunters or are we mercenaries? I still don't quite get it. Why'd you join the Companions?
Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides.
You are definitely an ambitious whelp. What does it mean to be a companion?
So much. This group, this family, this band. This is the best thing I've ever been a part of. The oldest fighting group in Skyrim, and nothing but glory from Ysgramor's day to our own. To be counted in that line is a bit of immortality. Even if I never see Sovngarde, I'll have that much.
Okay.
All right, then.
Even if you never see Sovngarde. So I wonder what is going on in the background that would make the
Need
companions not go to Sovngarde when they die. Store that away for later. And now once we're outside, we can figure out where Dustman's Cairn is. This is again why we wanted to unlock fast travel to all the major towns so we can more quickly get where we need to go. In this case, if we go to Morthal, we have to climb a mountain, so probably not the best way to go about it. It looks like it's in the plains, not too far from where we're at. So let's go ahead and pick up our horse at the stables. And again, if you fast travel anywhere in Skyrim, the horse will fast travel with you. However, if you fast travel to a major city, the horse will fast travel to that city's stable, as you see right here. So, since we know it's not too far from here, our first line of defense is going to be the bow, and then we rain absolute chaos on them when they get close. And this area of Skyrim is really pretty. Personally, there are two areas I would put even higher than the Whiterun Basin. For me, that's Riften, and by far the prettiest, I think, is Falkreath. But this is an amazing starting area. If you remember when we got the Mammoth Tusk quite a few episodes back, we got it from that camp, which at this point we might as well go close enough to at least discover it, so we can fast travel to it. There we go. As long as you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. They only attack if you pull out a weapon and get in their face, or threaten one of the woolly mammoths. So at this point, our destination wasn't too far from Whiterun. It's right up here. Basically, the giant camp was the halfway point. And you literally could just follow the main road, unlike we did. Well, there's some overturned produce. Might as well grab some of that for some money later. Normally, with these random occurrences, there's little story pieces around it. This one just seems completely random. Why there's an overturned cart on the side of the road with nothing else around it. But okay. Let's continue on, because it looks like we're almost here. And here we are. No, this is Hadvir's Rest. Our destination, it looks like, is just above here. So horses are perfect for climbing things really quick. There we go. Dustman's Cairn. So these two locations are literally on top of each other. We may just explore Hadvir's Rest after this, just since we're here. And there's Farkas to come join us. In we go. So we are trying to find a piece of the now broken weapon Wuthrad. Now we're going to be closer combat. Let's get our magic ray.
Looks like someone's been digging here, and recently. Tread lightly.
It also looks like there's actual humans in here because we have dead Draugr. So the Draugr attacked someone who has already dealt with them before we got here. So we have a chest right up front, and that will give us what? Some gold potions and poison. There's another pickaxe if somehow we lost ours. And this is just a two-handed weapon book. More dead Draugr. And it looks like they were killed instantly, because they did not even move from their tomb hardly. So my guess is whoever's in here is quite strong. So let's tread carefully.
Be careful around the burial stones. I don't want to haul you back to your Vasker on my back.
Oh, but they didn't get all the Draugr. And we know the Draugr do not like fire. And there's where the difficulty's definitely starting to show. The enemies get so tanky, it takes a lot to take them down. Since they don't like flames, let's double up on it. Try not to hit Farkas too much. If we do, he is pretty forgiving. Wait an hour to restore our magic. And let's continue on. Okay, through the wooden door. And the cobwebs. And we have just some random stuff here. There's iron ingot. We always want to take our smithing items, since you never know when you'll be in a position that you can upgrade your equipment. And looks like we are funneled into this large area here. So let's see what we have. Dead body on a table with some money. Potions, part of a dead body. That right there should give us warning, because something killed whoever was there. So there may be enemies nearby. Let's be careful. That door is locked. But we do have an enchantment table here, if we have anything we can disenchant. You always try to disenchant at least one of everything to learn the enchantments as quick as possible, because then you can put them on whatever weapons and armor you actually want to have them on. So in here is a switch that we can pull, some potions, bone meal, and leather strips, and not much else. So flip the switch, hope, and we locked ourselves in. Perfect. But we did open the way forward. So Farkas, we kinda need your help here.
Now look what you've gotten yourself into. No worries, just sit tight. I'll find the release. What was that?
Farkas?
It's time to die, dog. We knew you'd be coming. Your mistake, companion.
Which one is that?
It doesn't matter. He wears that armor, he dies.
Killing you will make for an excellent story.
None of you will be alive to tell it.
Uh-oh. So now we get to see the true MO of the companions.
didn't scare ya.
What was
That
that?
was lesson given to some of us. We can be like wild beasts. Fearsome.
Fearsome. You're gonna make me a werewolf?
Oh no. Only the Circle have the beast blood. Prove your honor to be a companion. Eyes on the prey, not the horizon. We should keep moving. Still the Draugr to worry about.
'Cause I wouldn't mind being a werewolf. That was pretty cool. Go ahead and take everything from everyone here. Obviously, we're not going to be able to handle all the weight, but we got Farkas to do the heavy lifting for us. And if you remember how we handled Faendal, yes, the same applies with any of your followers. So just grab whatever items are too heavy and throw them out. And again, you can't drop quest items, as you see there. So literally, the bow and magic is all we're using at the moment. And our steel mace for our one-handed. Usually the heaviest things are the actual armor pieces. So all of that can go. Basically anything that's not tied down that you're not wearing. Like these are somehow stronger than the ones I have, even though the ones I have are already upgraded. So definitely equip those and just drop the arrow ones. There we go. At that point, Farkas, you know what to do.
Keep moving.
Okay, important caveat, as you can see, though they act as a follower, they are not technically a follower, so you actually can't command them to do anything. So we can't ask him to pick all his stuff up, but since we're already willing to drop it, and we still have a long way to go in here, we don't really need it, so let's just keep going. Otherwise, you're going to be battling with weight the entire way through the dungeon. And I'm sure we'll get much better stuff as we go. So let's go through the area that opened up. Fire at the ray.
Time to end this.
And we do have humans. So let's switch to our ice and sparks. And let them have it. Especially making sure to get in the face of any of the ones that try to snipe you with bow and arrows. Because as long as you get close to them, they'll force them to switch usually to a dagger, which is much easier to deal with. Now, on this very obvious pressure plate is a bunch of money. Something bad will probably happen if we take it, since we can see it's a pressure plate, but in this case I can't really see what, so let's just kind of stand off to the side and grab it, just in case. And in this case it was a fake out. Nothing bad. In this case we got a helmet, but ours is better, so let's just continue. Oh boy, we've seen this trap before. If they look alive, assume they are. So, right in front of us. That way you can cook them before they even get up to attack you. Again, Garrett has switched weapons. That'll make it easier for Farkas to deal with. There we go. So she was a bit tougher, so she's probably got better weapons. Grab all of our arrows, none of the armor's better. There's a chest under the staircase with a novice lock. And some more potions. Keep in mind, we never want to go into battle without full health. So patch that up while we can. And so far, the fire's been doing the best for us. Again, I'm not picking up everything since our follower is not technically a follower, and we can't have him carry everything for us. Now in this door, it's already open. We have a half-sunk chest with a master lock. Oh boy. 15 lockpicks may not be enough, but just barely tap it to try and get any amount of movement as we work our way toward the sweet spot. That was extremely lucky. And ended up leveling us up. Go ahead and take everything in here, because they do give us a orcish warhammer. Even though we've not really been using two-handed weapons much, at least now we have the option, and it is the strongest weapon we have. And let's go ahead and deal with the level up. Absolutely magic. Keep going. At this point, we can get apprentice level destruction, which will unlock new spells we can now get from people. And let's take all the money as we make our way through. It's windy, so we got a draft in here. We can see through to another part of the level, but can't see any enemies, so it doesn't really help us. And let's head on. More of this. Again, don't even let them play dead. Basically, we tenderize and Farkas smashes. Ooh, we got some corundum ingots now. Bone meal. Money and gems. Again, don't need the weapons. They just take up way too much weight. Unless it's some really good weapon. Books also take weight unless it's something story-driven. Again, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. And down he goes. As we work our way deeper and deeper into the tomb, being cautious of every one of these potential ambushes. And keep working on that easy destruction power-ups. Let our magic get all the way back up before we go again.
Time to finish this.
Bone meal money. Work our way down. Again, just keep watching these side pockets. Now, ones that are already on the floor are most likely dead. And yeah, if it says search, you know they're dead. So something killed that one. And this is a medium ranked chest. We made the master look easy, but that really was a rare coincidence. Because now you're seeing just on a medium difficulty lock how tough it can be to find the right spot. Here we go. It's definitely on the left, right about here. Again, don't go all the way in case it snags. And we got Potion of the Berserker. And let's head on to the next area. Okay. As we make our way down the rest of this crypt, more enemies ahead.
You can't hide.
Watch it there, brother. Watch it there, brother.
That's the best you can do.
There we go. Basically let Farkas do all the heavy lifting. We just keep the enemy weak and distracted for him. And it works out perfect as we make our way through the rest of here. As hopefully we should be getting some better destruction spells in the not too distant future, since we upgraded the perk.
What was that?
Oh, careful of the disc. Obvious trap is obvious. But let's see if it can be used to help us.
All you got.
That works. And this one already saw what happened, so they're falling back. But again, force them in close combat to use their dagger, and you've already won the fight. Just like that. And we can finally continue on to the crypt. So mace at the ray, health at the ray. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Someone there. Time to end this little game.
Buddy, I got healing magic. You ain't into nothing. Because this area is just not the best area for killing things with magic unless we just kill the ones that are already pretending to be dead. So make sure to cook out the pretenders. Let that replenish as Farkas started the fight. Cook out the pretenders, and now that the enemies are starting to show up, let's switch back to our actual weapons. Heck, let's just go Warhammer since he's using two-handed. And this is the strongest of every weapon variant, the Warhammer. Usually only 1 or 2 charge attacks will take down most anything.
Of this.
But we want to. And you're right, we can't hide because we can't even wait. Okay, Archer, get close and personal. Get all up in what they've got going on. Force them to switch weapons. And that's it. She had hawk feathers, which is a rare ingredient. Again, let some of this... There we go. Now we can wait, which will automatically restore our health back to normal. Since both enemies down there are weak to fire, we know how to deal with it. And these are a lot of times the little trials you'll end up going through as you clear out some of these dungeons. Sometimes the combinations of enemies just seem to make absolutely no sense and can catch you completely off guard. Since it says back here, we just have to get in our annoying chests again, which surprisingly is still being annoying. There we go. All that just to get our 13 gold. Continuing through this area, which we know now is a fake out. So grab the goodies and go. Using the key to continue. Set fire to the rats. Or in this case, the genetically altered super rats. Because I am convinced, even in Viking times, they did not have rats this big. Back in for our potion. And now let's get ready for the spider ambush. And to make sure we don't have to repeat all that stuff again, let's make a quick save. So we'll just end up right back here. Start burning everything that moves or breathes as we work on clearing this den out. Careful of the poison we definitely got inflicted with. Throwing all of our health potions to offset it. And as you've heard all your life, kill it with fire. Definitely works with spiders, because they cannot handle the stuff. And this was the jerk that ended up getting us last time.
Watch it there, brother.
So let's sandwich him in and show him the door.
No.
And since this ain't working, switch back to our one-handed.
Son of a...
Help our buddy Farkas out. Don't worry, he can't be killed. He's considered essential right now. So if the enemies do gang up on him and you're not able to do anything about it, don't worry too much. Work our way through again. Don't let archers have any space to move. Force them to use smaller weapons. At this point, it looks like our goal is extremely close, according to the map up top, because we now have the clear triangle. That one actually is dead. But we do have a... Nope. Dead. Still dead. Anytime it says search, you know they're dead. As we make our way to the back, and this definitely looks like a boss chamber. And that ominous tone definitely tells us that. So let's get ready for an absolute slugfest. It'll probably start with weaker enemies, so let's torch them until they get too strong to deal with. As we have a word wall. Teaching us literally the fire shout. And right here is our piece of Wuthrad we came here for. Grabbing all the goodies possible, and naturally picking up that piece is going to cause all heck to break loose, as everything decides now it wants to come out for a party. Just burn everything till it gets too strong. I feel like I grabbed that arrow out of midair. That was amazing. Okay, once we are done with that, it's hammer time. With our superior non-existent stamina stat, we'll be able to do at least one charge attack per hour. Anything else want to come awake? Shouldn't have asked. Luckily, they're all just low levels for now. Just keep hacking and whacking and smacking.
That's all you do. Watch it there, brother.
Don't worry too much about smacking Farkas, as he can definitely handle himself. Restore everything. Now we can dual cast healing spells. Still dealing with these side minions. Never turn your back on the enemy, buddy. And just like that, I think we actually ended up getting 2 level ups. Because it looked like we jumped all the way through 9 and 10. And that famous jingle means that we have cleared out the boss of this dungeon. So it will be marked as clear on our map when we head back out. Just grab everything here, no matter what ways. because we have plenty of weight to go around. And let's head on out. Now we have that piece of Wuthrad, we can call this one mission complete. But let's get the official word. In this case, I believe it's Skjor who wants this mission. So let's report back to him. Okay, where'd this put us? This put us in the main area we just came into. So head back out. Finally, some fresh air back in the outside world. And before anything even has a chance to move, let's quickly go back to Whiterun. Because too many times a mission gets complete, and the second you step outside, there's an enemy nearby and you can't fast travel. Let's quickly take advantage of our new level ups. Again, everything in magic. And it looks like it was just one. So nothing else we can do with destruction right now. Let's check out our conjuration, because we definitely need something stronger than just the wolf. Dual casting, not really gonna do much. There we go, apprentice conjuration. Perfect. Now we can finally get some decent...
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Must be, considering you just teleported into reality.
Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh?
Ooh la la.
That's it. Got to go.
You there. The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing...
I say, buddy, that if I'm going to be a werewolf with the companions, I should probably fight against the vampires. I don't know if it's just a movie thing, but, you know, werewolves, vampires, kind of have a thing.
You change your mind? The Dawn Guard could use somebody like you.
What's the Dawn Guard?
We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum wherever we find them.
Killing vampires, where I sign up?
Ha! Isran's going to like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften. He'll decide if you're Dawn Guard material.
Okay. Now, in actuality, I have done the DLC with Solstheim countless times, but I've never actually done the Dawn Guard DLC. So when we do get to that section, all that will be first time ever. But for now, let's go ahead and finally put an end officially to our first main mission. Proving Honor, I believe it's called. And Skjor constantly likes to hide out in the back. So let's deliver the fragment and see where it goes here.
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold. This man has endured, has challenged, and has shown his valor. Who will speak for him?
I stand witness to the courage of the soul before us.
Would you raise your shield in his defense?
I would stand at his back, that the world might never overtake us.
And would you raise your sword in his honor?
It stands ready to meet the blood of his foes.
And would you raise a mug in his name?
I would lead the Song of Triumph as our mead hall reveled in his stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. His heart beats with fury and courage that have united the companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It
It
shall
shall
be
be
so.
so.
Well, boy, you're one of us now. I trust you won't disappoint.
I hope not. Why'd you join the companions, Godlack?
Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Ascar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy.
That's making more sense, since we still couldn't figure out if we were hunters or mercenaries. It's starting to come more into view. What does it mean to be a companion?
It means living such that your shield siblings would proudly say they fought at your side. Glory in battle, honor in life. Deal with problems head on. Leave whispers and sneaking to the gutter rats who can't fight for themselves.
Uh-huh. Is it true companions are werewolves?
I see you've been allowed to know some secrets before your appointed time. No matter. Yes, it's true. Not every companion, though. Only members of the Circle all share the blood of the beast. Some take to it more than others.
What about you?
Well, I grow old. My mind turns towards the horizon, to Sovngarde. I worry that Shor won't call an animal to glory as he would a true Nord warrior. Living as beasts draws our souls closer to the Daedric Lord Hircine. Some may prefer an eternity in his hunting grounds, but I crave the fellowship of Sovngarde.
You're looking to cure yourself?
Yes, but it's no easy matter. But you don't need to share the worries of an old warrior. This day is to rejoice in your bravery. And speak to Yorland if you want a better weapon than whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Ah! Actually, good idea. Just to see if he'll give us something for free. Somehow I don't think he will, but let's just see. Since he mentioned it.
Got a lot of steel to shape.
Actually, I didn't even know this was a thing. I was told you'd have a weapon for me.
Yes, lad. You've been raised into the companions, I hear. I can fashion whatever kind of weapon you want. Finest forge in Skyrim, right here before you.
Huh. Well, we really need a good one-handed weapon. Swords are usually the weakest. Well, I guess dagger, technically. Then sword. Battle axe, I believe, is the two-handed. Great sword is two-handed. War axe. I think the war axe is the one-handed. Starting to second-guess myself here. Because I don't use axes all that much. Let me cancel a second and see if I have one. Here we go, war axe. Okay, so the war axe is the single-handed. Told
Yes,
you to have a
lad.
weapon for me?
I can fashion whatever kind of weapon you want. Finest forge in Skyrim, right here before you.
Okay, now obviously the mace would be the strongest of the one-handed. Since we don't have that as an option, let's grab the war axe.
Now that's a smart weapon. Light, strong, useful. Crack some skulls for me.
Thanks. And it is the legendary Skyforged steel. Shiny. And damage of 14. Without upgrades. Favorite that. Undo the steel mace. And just like that, we have proven ourselves with the companions. And actually gained us a pretty nice looking weapon that honestly I didn't even know existed before. As many times as I've played this game, I don't think I've ever chosen the dialogue to speak with Yorland, or if it was said, never actually followed through with it. So that's really neat. So just like that, we'll go ahead and end it here. This should have completed for us. Yep, because now it goes back by default to the miscellaneous tasks. So we've finished proving honor, our first real big introduction into the companions. Like Rhea told us before we left, that she was worried they wouldn't go to Sovereign Guard. That was kind of a clue to us that something wasn't quite right. That was foreshadowing the fact that some of them are werewolves. Because they are under the control of the Daedric Lord Hircine, they would not go to Sovereign Guard if they die, theoretically. So, I love that bit of foreshadowing in the mission. Farkas is an absolute gem of a character to work with. I mean, everyone likes to make fun of him, but personally, he's my favorite of all the companions that you can work with. He's definitely got the best personality, in my opinion, other than Kodlak himself. And for there, we will go ahead and leave it until we can work our way up to the next set of companion quests, which we'll get to in the next video. For now, take care everyone, and we'll meet you back here next time.